wanted a thing called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tunia back again. Well, this week we're having a PlayStation 1 game review, and this is Nekketsu Oyaku, Hot Blooded Family as it's known in the West. This is a PlayStation 1 game that came out in 1994. Came out the same month as the PlayStation's release in Japan, so I don't know whether this was actually out on release day, I don't know. This game got converted to the Saturn as well, which is, as I believe, is a direct port of the PS1 version. This game is made by Technosoft, which is a little bit unusual because they normally make shoot 'em ups. This game is becoming quite rare these days, and it is getting a bit expensive. But we'll have a go at it. As you can see here, there's 3 characters. You've got your standard 3 sort of scroll along beat 'em up characters. You know, your big guy, your little fast girl, and your sort of character in the middle is who's got the guy. So there is an options menu in here, but it doesn't really do much. It's just basically difficulty and button setup. If you do hear a bit of tapping, guys, I am playing this on an arcade stick, so if you can just ignore that. So you got your 3 characters. You got your 3 different power skills. Like he's a bit sort of in between. She's quite a fast character, and he's the obligatory slow big character. But I think he's the best character. The woman is easiest the fastest, and this game does suffer from a lot of slowdown, and it is a bit of a slow game. So using the big guy makes it even slower, but this guy's powerful, and even though he's slow, I think he probably is the fastest character in this game, and I'll explain this when I play it. So each of these characters, you've got a small move set. There's not really combos as such. You literally just tap a button, they do about a 4 or 5 hit combo, and that's that. There's no mixing stuff together. They do have a charge move, which can be a little bit difficult to do. They do have a jump and attack move, and you can pull down and jump and do a slightly different attack. You can grab, and they do have a special move, sort of like Streets of Rage. So there's your big guy. You can just do his punch. You can do his jump. You can jump attack like that. You can jump and down attack. That's his charge move. Or if you press the button a couple times when you charge, he does that. They all got one special move, which is done by using it's sort of a Dragon Punch move, but it's a little bit awkward to do, and you've got to do it quite fast. As you see, this guy walks really slow, but this Dragon Punch move like this will allow you to walk across the screen really fast. So if you could master this move and keep mastering that move one after another, you can actually spam across the screen really fast. So you can do the break of scenery, break barrels, that's sort of get items, like little PlayStations for there, and you sort of like, these are all just extra points. You do pick up energy as well. There is weapons in this game. There's a knife, a machine gun, and a bazooka. The bazooka is an interesting one because it can only be picked up by the big guy. Because none of the other characters can actually pick the bazooka up. The bazooka is stupidly powerful as well. It will literally just wreck things in literally one hit. Like see, you can just zoom across. You can link that uppercut together as well, but it's a little bit difficult to do. It's a weird sort of like you got to push down, forward, and then forward to do it. It takes a bit of practice, but you get used to it. I say this game is quite slow paced, to be honest. I am making it look a little bit faster than it normally is. The graphics in this game, I think, are quite nice actually. They're quite cool. They've got nice little sort of effects, as you'll see here with the cars, like sort of Motortoon Grand Prix on the PlayStation. Cars stretching and stuff. And And it's got some nice 2D graphics. There's not a lot of enemies on screen at once, and I think I know why they did that, because literally the game slows down way too much. But there is a later level when you're on a roller coaster, and it chucks about 10 enemies at you, and well, it does slow down quite a bit when that happens. So yeah, I am sort of making this game look a little bit faster than it actually is. I say the graphics are quite nicely detailed for the PS1. It's quite cool. It would be a quite nice launch game, I think, if it did come out at launch, which, like I said, I'm not entirely sure whether that was the case. Music in here is a little bit... Ah, here we go. This is here. You can get bombs as well, forgot them. This is the rocket launcher. This thing is monstrous. It ruins them. Look at that. So you need the big guy to pick that up as well. Music in this game is a little bit different to your normal Technosoft affair, which is normally your rock music. It's a slightly different affair to that. It's more like more sort of upbeat tunes. You do the job. All the tunes are pretty decent in this. Variety in the levels as well, as you can see the slowdown kicking in now. Variety in the levels on this game as well. There is some interesting backgrounds. You've got nice little effects, as you'll see there. Oop, as I get caught by it. On the second level you get swallowed up by a whale, which is pretty random, and then you end up fighting out of the whale's guts and then on his back and then fighting the boss, which is pretty cool. It does have some interesting levels. I'd say my main issue with this game, as you can see, you got quite a lot of loading screens. This is one of those games that is a little bit odd on your capture card, because the menus are in a different resolution to the actual game itself. It's probably in like 480p or 480i or something. But yeah, I say music's good. I say my one main issue with this game is how slow it is. Like I said, I am making it look not quite so slow with this guy, but this game is it can be a bit annoying how slow it actually is, and it does get very monotonous pretty fast. But I have to say, I am definitely finding it more fun with this guy. I say the other characters are fast, but I think this big guy actually he actually punches faster than anyone else. Bosses in this are slightly on the annoying side. That's my special, by the way. Because, God, this special is super powerful. It's the best way to kill that boss, really. It's just use your special. I found with bosses, as long as you've got more energy in them, you can just spam your special over and over. You can literally just kill the bosses. Yeah, some of the bosses, you'll end up getting maybe 1 or 2 hits, like a normal punch. And the majority of the time, they're just going to catch you out to your combo and hit you, which can make it a little bit annoying, and they're pretty hard to grab. This is the whale section. Here we go, inside the whale. I am, actually, there's a couple of goals I've had of this game. I definitely liking this big guy more than any of the other characters. He's just super powerful. Ooh. So you can grab and throw as well. That's supposed to be the throat of the whale, at least. That's how I hope it's the throat of the whale. There's loads of them, it's weird. I don't know how many throats this whale has actually got. I suppose it's the same as most of these type of beat 'em ups. If you can manage your enemies and throw them on one side of the screen, it makes it a lot easier to deal with a lot of them. That's it, get the kick in. Definitely getting better at this with this big guy. I think he's definitely the way to go. Yeah, those water blops are very annoying. We'll pick up the energy with it. I'm just going to use my special on them, I think. The special uses your energy up as well. This special is super powerful. I think this game would be a lot better if it didn't have quite so much slowdown. Slowdown is, it does sort of get in the way of the game. Ah, hit me. Interesting enemies in this. Obviously the squid, which is a bit weird. What you also find as well, when this game actually slows down, you do end up sort of doing moves slightly wrong, and sometimes doing things you don't want to do because slowdown kicks in. It does make it doing your moves a little bit awkward sometimes. So if you can master that. If there wasn't a button for that move, that'd be fantastic if there was. Sick, get him. These little girls jump on all the time and they chuck bombs at you. That uppercut move is great as well. Ah. Cool, do a grab and pile driver. That's quite handy as well actually, hit all the enemies. Very much like Final Fight. I suppose this game was to sort of, it was supposed to be Final Fight, I suppose. Sometimes you do get a little bit of that if you get more than one item. Sometimes you'd like the items will just you'll just pick up multiple items. Can't pick up that machine gun for some reason, I don't know why. That's it. Let me get out with this wheel. The PlayStation 1 can do some pretty nice 2D, so I don't know why this game suffered quite so much from slowdown. Perhaps they weren't, because it came out the same month, I suppose, as the PlayStation 1 release. They hadn't quite perfected the programming, I suppose. But it's quite cool looking. Like I say, that nice little water effect at the bottom as well. I'd like to try the Saturn version out to see if they actually managed to get the Saturn version running a bit nicer. Oh damn, dead. Ah, he just put me in. That's it, he's dead. Get the uppercuts going. The old Van Damme. Kick Van Damme's ass. Definitely takes a bit of timing to do that, to link that. You can link it and go fast across the screen, but I suppose you could probably, if you get used to that move, you could speedrun this game, I think. Especially with this character, because he moves so fast along the screen once you get going. That move, it pretty much goes through most things as well. Ooh. I'm going to have to try and see if I can 1 credit this game. You don't get unlimited credits either. I think you get about 6 credits maybe, somewhere around that sort of lines. But you can't just credit feed it all the way through. Here we go. Come on. I'll show you the next level quickly, and then we'll call the review a day, because otherwise this review will be a bit too long. I do like the different enemies you get in this game as well, and the more you go through this game as well, you do get more enemies. You get these big guys with these, I know, these like stretchy arm things. Ah, they're twats, they are. They're really annoying, those guys are. How slow this guy walks. That uppercut can devastate these. This grab move is damn good as well. That's funny. The beer, you can't drink the beer with the other 2 characters. It says adults only. It's quite cool. So the big guy can actually drink the beer. That's quite powerful, that move is. I wish I could get that sussed. Right, here we go. Boss time. Oh, that was just fine, wasn't it? Right, let's try the kill the boss with my super. That doesn't quite work so well with him. Ooh, that's a big move. See if we can get to the next level on 1 credit. Not taking much energy off him. I think this guy's definitely punches a lot quicker than anyone else. At least it seems like he punches quicker than anyone else. Anyway, the girl probably is the fastest puncher, but oh, this guy seems the slowest but the fastest character. Right, I'm going to use my special on him to kill him. Because, oh, look at that. No lives left. Tiny bit of energy. Get to the 3rd stage. You don't actually kill any of the bosses. You just sort of escape at the end. Get off this beached whale. I can get this world free. Right, those big black guys there, well, the ones in black, they got like stretchy arms, so if you get in front of them, they sort of like stretch their arms out and they kill you with it. They're a bit hard work. So you do get more enemies as you go along in this game. Yeah, so see this, it's got nice graphics, it's got pretty interesting music. It is it slows down a hell of a lot, which is a little bit annoying. Like I said, it can be a little bit frustrating. If it didn't have the slowdown, this would be a much better game. But you got your 3 characters, and they are quite different to each other, and they have got different special moves and everything. The girl's special move, that's my capture card, changing resolution. The girl's special move is very good. That's if my capture card comes back on. Let's see. Her one sort of picks up all the enemies and spins them round and chucks them up in the air, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so what would I say about this game as a review? So it does have a few issues. That's definitely not coming back on. Okay. It does have a few issues and stuff, and it is a lot of slowdown, and it's not a bad little beat 'em up. It's not brilliant, so I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. I think. If it oh, it's gonna be weird. 6 out of 10. I would give this. I say if it didn't have the slowdown and there was a little bit faster gameplay and a few extra combos and stuff, that probably I would have bumped it up a tad, but 6 out of 10, guys. I say if you can play this game on the PlayStation, give it a go, see what you think. Especially if you like beat 'em ups, you might like this game. So see you next time, guys. And sorry about the video at the end. I don't know why that is. My capture card obviously has gone a bit crazy. So there you go. Anyway, guys, see you soon. Ta-ra.